Okay, so here's my initial review for the Dropbox case questions. Um, the first question: Dropbox is a late mover in a crowded space. What will set them apart from their rivals? I do think that they were a late mover for sure in the crowded space, just because Houston didn't realize the big need or demand for a company or a cloud or hard drive to help people store their files, their photos, their documents, whatever it may be to store. He didn't think it'd be a very big um, product um, inventor. He didn't think he needed to do that at that time, but he had his own experience and where he was sick of having to put stuff on a thumb drive and things, so he thought it'd be easier just to access it from any computer. So I think that's something that what sets them apart from their rivals is that you can access these files from any computer, any device, anything that you may have, because the way that they've set up the program is that you can access it from any possible computer, device, whatever it may be, an iPad, tablet, phone, whatever. You should be able to have easy access to it no matter what. So I think that's, in that part of the question, that's what sets them apart from their rivals. The next question is, what problem does Dropbox solve? Well, kind of goes hand in hand with that other question, but basically what they're solving is they're allowing people to have multiple sources or multiple locations to store their files, so they have access to anywhere they go, but also an easy platform, an easy program to follow and to find that information. Who has this problem? I would say everybody has this problem. A lot of people have this problem of figuring out places where to store all their files and their photos and things like that. I think everybody has that on a daily basis. So it's not just how many people, but there's a ton of people that have this problem. So kind of goes in hand. But what does Dropbox do? Dropbox they uh, they 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 basically have built a program to where you can go in and you can upload any documents, photos, whatever it may be that you want to store from your computer, and you'll be able to log in with Dropbox on another computer with your same credentials and be able to access it anywhere you're at, on an app, on a phone, on a tablet, on another person's computer. Doesn't matter. You'll be able to access those files where you go. And it's just a kind of a cloud, so you don't build up a lot of putting all your documents on your hard drive. It's a place where you can put it without having to worry about it taking up a lot of space on your computer as well. How do they do that? Well, they basically, came together to build a software program, programmers to come together and figure out a program that would be able to basically be able to have a mechanism where everybody can have access to all their files and folders and photos, whatever it may be, from one computer to the next. So we kind of implemented a program that could do that anywhere you go. What's my early hypothesis turned out to be wrong? Well, my first hypothesis that I thought about was basically I was just thinking that basically Houston was just going to have this program where he just wanted to make it as basic as possible so it could be easy for all the users. But over time, after I read through more of the case and looked through more things, basically I've come to the hypothesis that I think eventually he'll want to do a more professional version, I guess you could say, program of Dropbox. make it more like a bigger company, bigger program for like businesses and schools and students and things like that versus just regular day-to-day users. So I think my hypothesis at the beginning definitely was wrong because I think I could see that's my firm standpoint on this is I think that's where he's going to go with it. I'm almost 100% certain that if he's smart and is patient enough, he'll get it big enough to where he'll want to do that and he'll be successful and make a lot of money because right now he's profitable as it is, but he could be more profitable if he gets a bigger professional version and get more users coming in and paying for it. What does it mean to pivot? Well, pivot I like to look at the analogy of basketball. You can pivot on one foot and kind of pivot maneuver back and forth with the one foot, but in different directions. I think that's kind of goes in hand in hand with this. Is he can go in any direction he wants with this. He can just stay where he is. He can move back a little bit, or he can move forward and decide. He kind of wants to. Okay, I'll do this. So, thanks for listening to the video, and that's my answers to those questions.